Hey everybody, this is Andrew from T is for Tech, and today I'm back with another AUKEY wall charger review, or unboxing and review. I do thank AUKEY for sending this over to the channel for an honest review. I do appreciate companies and working with companies in evaluating their products, so definitely appreciate that. So I just did a review, I want to say a couple weeks ago, where I was looking at another 65 watt power delivery wall charger from AUKEY. It was a slightly different configuration than this one. That one had two USB-C outputs, and this one has a USB-C and a USB type A. And they also sent over a USB-C to Lightning cable for to kind of use with this in tests. So what I'm going to do is do the unboxing of both of these, take a look at the charger and the cable, and then I'll pull out my iPhone XS Max and we'll just do some quick tests with the charger. So basically, this might be a little bit of a shorter video than I did on the last one, because this is basically the same exact product, except that it has the USB type A and a USB-C versus the two of the things. So I'm pretty sure all the specs and everything are the same with this device, but we'll double check when I do the computer portion of this just to take a look. But I think everything will basically pertain and be the same. So same thing here with everything. Get a user manual, 65 watt power delivery wall charger, 24-month little warranty sticker, and power adapter itself just comes a little bit of plastic. And this is very similar, it's exactly the same thing as the other video. I'll link to it above. I went into a bunch more detail, I think, on all the specs of the other one, and I won't really necessarily repeat that here because these things are the same, but I'll give you a highlight. So you get your flip out wall plug prongs, right? So that's nice. You can flip those out of the way for putting it in your bag or whatever. There's an LED light up here that turns on when you have it plugged in. You get your power delivery port and your USB type A port. So power delivery is USB-C, USB type A at the bottom there, and I'll just run over the specs, I guess, because this might be just slightly different. So power. This is a model PAB3. Also, I mentioned that. And the max power output of this whole thing is 65 watts. This USB-C output is the power delivery port, so that can support pretty decent output. And I don't know if the bottom port it's just a USB output, so that is it's not labeled as quick charge. So I'll have to overlay on this video what the maximum output of the bottom port is. If this is not a quick charge capable port, it doesn't say it is, it just says power delivery on the top. And in the manual it just doesn't say either. So I'll have to double check on that, and I'll put that in the video overlay here, whether or not the bottom supports any sort of fast charging. Does not seem so based on the specs here. So that makes this a little bit different than the other one, because the other one supported power delivery fast charging on both ports. So this one looks just to be the top. And with this and the USB-C, you can charge lots of devices, right? You're not limited to just phones. You can use this on Macbook Airs, the lower end MacBooks, not like a MacBook Pro, like a 15-inch or one of those that has a much higher input requirement. But the Macbook Airs and some of the other MacBooks I think they come with a 65 watt charger from Apple, which is much bigger than this actually. So if you want to have a spare charger for your MacBook, this is something you can look at. Nice option, compact, and will support the MacBook and MacBook Airs nicely, as well as your other devices. So that's nice to have, I guess. So again, pretty nice compact sort of thing, and it's hard to tell here, but it's basically 2 inches, like 2 inches square by, I'm assuming like, yeah, 1.1 inches. So like 1.1 to 1.2 inches thick and 2 inches on the square dimension. So again, very compact, 2 by 2 by 1, and packs 65 watts, so it's nice. The lightning cable here is a USB-C to lightning cable. And generally, I do like AUKEY's cables. They're typically pretty well made as well. So it just comes like this. And this is 2 meters, so about 6.6 feet. As you can see, got your lightning connector on one end and USB-C on the other. And this is a nice cable, nice braided cable, pretty strong feeling, pretty decent relief at the ends. So if you're flexing this around, it's less likely to fray there. So I will use this over the next week or so, and then I'll finish up the video with my thoughts on the computer. So we'll hop over there. So I've been using this one for the last few days. It's very similar, if not almost identical in performance as the other power brick that I used from AUKEY, the other version of this that I referenced earlier in this video. It has maximum 65 watt power delivery output. So if you're using that in solo mode, so just connected to the USB-C, you can use it to charge up, your MacBook and that sort of thing. And I think I mentioned earlier that it couldn't support the MacBook Pro, but it can, the 13-inch MacBook Pro. I have a 15-inch, so it doesn't necessarily work for that. But if you have a 13-inch MacBook Pro or, a MacBook Air or those types of devices, it will work perfectly well there. And if you do put 2 devices on it, so like you're seeing here, if you have the laptop plugged in and a phone, it switches to a 45 watt max for the laptop and a 12 watt for the phone. So if you have 2 devices plugged in, that's just something to pay attention to. And overall, it's a pretty good charger. The only thing is, personally, I have so many USB-C devices now that I don't necessarily even need the Type A output. So, if I had to pick between this and the other one, I would probably pick the other one just because there's a little more flexibility in the charge rates per the ports to charge some of your fast, quicker charge devices if you need to. So definitely, take a look at this one if you're looking for highly capable output on a single port that you can use to kind of balance between different devices that you have. If you want to charge your laptop, I think this will work well. Other than that, maybe take a look at the other device. If you have any question, as always, go ahead and post those below. This is Andrew from TS for Tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.